The wait is over. Announcing the title of my new book. So stay tuned. Hi, my name is Sachiaki Takamiya. I am the author of the Ikigai Diet and Ikigai Bio-Hacking. All right, so finally, it is time to reveal the title of my new book. Yeah, so in the last video, I told you that there was a clue, and the clue was in the publication date, which is July 10th. So what is significant about July 10th? Now, July is a kind of a festive month in a way because we have lots of holidays. Like, today is July 4th in Japan, but I suppose in America, it is still July 3rd, so it's going to be tomorrow, and that's Independence Day, right? And in Canada, you have a Canada Day on July 1st, yeah? And also, last night was a full moon, yeah? Which is a, special day for Ikigai biohackers. If you practice Ima Iwai, you want to do it on the full moon night, right? And then we have the, July 14th, the French Revolution Day, and so on. So, yeah, July has many holidays, yeah. However, there is another holiday in Japan, and that is July 10th, right? So, July 10th in Japanese is pronounced 7月10日. Yeah, 7月is the 7th month. And 10日is the 10th day, yeah? So number 7 can be pronounced as 7 or 7, yeah? And number 10 can be pronounced as 10 or 12. So 7月10日 can be said like 7月10日, which is 7と, which sounds like natto, right? So it is Natto Day in Japan. It's not an official holiday, it's not a public holiday, but it is a day to celebrate natto among natto lovers, right? So this tradition began in 1981 by Kansai Natto Industry Cooperative. Yeah, they established this day to promote natto consumption in the West Japan, because in the West Japan, compared to the eastern part of Japan, natto wasn't popular. So to promote natto, they came up with this idea of Natto Day. Yeah. So initially, it was only the kind of a thing in the West Japan. However, in 1992, National Natto Industry Cooperative Federation, joined this project, and they recognized, July 10th to be Natto Day and began promoting it. So it is a kind of national event now, yeah. And then actually it's kind of funny because not many things are happening in Kansai area on this day, but more happening in Kanto and Tohoku. For example, Mito City in Ibaraki Prefecture, which is today's natto capital, they have a Mito Natto Festival. And in Tokyo, one natto store is holding a campaign like a all-you-can-pack natto. So by paying 600 yen, and you can pack as many natto packs as you can into a bag and so on. Yeah, and then in Yokote City in Akita Prefecture, which is considered to be the birthplace of natto, one natto store has a half-price sale today. Yeah. So Natto Day is a day, especially among the natto lovers. Yeah. It's not as kind of well known as other, holidays, right? But anyway, so on this day, I am publishing my book. Yeah. So that means book must be about natto, right? Yeah. So it is. Yeah. So it is my first book about natto, and the title is Natto Unleashed, the secret Japanese superfood that will revolutionize the Western diet. Yeah, so the thing I talked about that will revolutionize the Western diet is natto. Yeah, natto definitely will transform. The Western dietary culture if it spread, if it is consumed by the general public. Yeah, and the that's what the book is all about. Yeah. So initially, I thought of Natto Revolution as the title. Yeah. But then I thought Natto Unleashed is even better, because when you say Natto Revolution, it sounds like I am making a lot of effort and I'm kind of putting a lot of energy into, changing the world. I'm going to spread natto, promote natto to change the society and everything. So it has a kind of an ego, or sort of the power sort of a thing. Yeah. While unleashing is more passive and natural. All I do is to just introduce natto, and natto will do the rest. Natto will, spread on its own, because once people recognize the health benefit, there's no reason not to consume it. So I don't need to do anything. All I need to do is the proper introduction, which has not been done before. Unfortunately, natto is not known at all in the West. I mean, now you know about sushi and ramen and sukiyaki and many other, even udon is recently becoming popular, right? But natto is one food that is not, hasn't been a mainstay in the West or in any other countries outside Japan. Which is very unfortunate, because I consider natto to be the king of Japanese superfood. This is the, the cream of the crop. So, why don't you know about it? Because of the poor introduction. Because number one, people who have eaten natto and were kind of decided that they didn't like the taste, and then they just spread the kind of rumor saying, natto this kind of has a distinct flavor and everything, but it doesn't give justice, because if you also introduce the health benefit, all the health benefit of nattokin, nattokinase, vitamin K2, and all those things, and then say, you have a choice. You have a choice to kind of go through with this unpleasant flavor thing or gain the benefit. Maybe people still have a choice, but if you only say, natto doesn't taste good, it's not fair to the people. So what I did in the book is to introduce some recipes which can navigate the distinctive flavor of natto. So many people will be able to eat natto without a problem. I have introduced tons of ways to navigate its taste and explain the health benefit of natto. So people will make an informed decision whether to eat natto or not. Right. So I have a new website. I kind of set up a new website for the book. So Natto Unleashed official site, and it's got a about page here, and then in the about page kind of shows who should read this book and so on. So please visit this website. It's called nattounleashed.com. Now Amazon's book page is not ready yet because I have not published the book yet. I'm going to publish the book a few days before July 10th, so that within maybe 48 to 72 hours, the Amazon book page will be made and the book will start selling. So it's actually not exactly July 10th, because you cannot really control the publication date with this Amazon KDP system. So it could be published on July 9th or 8th, depending on how quickly they can do the process, right? But anyway, Amazon's book page will be ready soon too. But first, you can access this nattounleashed.com site. All right, so the book will be unleashed soon. I'm so excited. I'm so happy to introduce natto to the world, because unfortunately, there aren't many books on natto at the moment. In fact, I checked it, and then there are a few books which is called natto something, and yet they are not about natto at all. In fact, one book was about kind of treating insomnia or something. It's nothing to do with natto. I don't know why the title has a natto in it. Yeah, and there's only one book which said like natto history, science, and technology, which is about natto. Yet it's a kind of thick book, which means cost more. And then it's a little too technical, too kind of detailed about science and technology and history and stuff like that. But my book is very practical. The practical for you. So I'm just giving only the things that you need to know. Yeah, you don't need to know the detailed information about how natto is manufactured and so on. But all you need to do is the health benefit and how you can eat natto and how you can optimize natto eating to make the best benefit out of it, right? So this is the perfect book, yeah, for many people in many ways, yeah. So yeah, please tell your friends about it. Yeah, Natto Unleashed, the secret Japanese superfood that will revolutionize the Western diet by Sachiaki Takamiya. Thank you. Okay, so thank you for watching. Again, my name is Sachiaki Takamiya. I am the author of the Ikigai Diet and Ikigai Bio-Hacking, and soon the author of Natto Unleashed. If you like this video, please give me your thumb up and subscribe to my channel. Yeah, please subscribe if you want to know the future update, because I will announce as soon as the Amazon's book page is ready. Yeah, right. All right, so I will see you, and please leave your comments too. Yeah, I will see you in the next video. Live with your Ikigai!